It's May 30th, 2022. It's a Monday. It's Memorial Day weekend. In my quest of, there's truth. There's the way that they want you to see truth, and then there's this really confusing in between. There's this strange parody that they have on Fox News this morning about Britney Spears. She came, or there, again, I don't know if it's publicist, image consultant, from a Brocoli Spears kind of perspective, it gets really confusing. But it goes from that kind of whatever to something about Nancy Pelosi and a DUI with her husband who's 82, which is strange. And then it goes into the Barclays Center with the boxing fans and how the entire center just got let out. All the fans just let out because there's some strange noise. Interesting how that lines up. And then it goes into something about, let's talk fentanyl. Posters that raise concern. Controversial ads aiming at stopping drug overdose to raise awareness. I don't know if that's ad havoc or ad hoc. It gets confusing since I really don't even know your own societal ways of conducting this in leagues well outside of my possible journey at this point. But then keeping with this Memorial Day and honoring the veterans that I do respect, I really wish I was able to get into that league at some point, the correct pathway, but it didn't happen. It says here that Dr. LaPook guy from CBS 2, he has a piece about honoring our heroes in Kindness 101. There's this Indian immigrant that came over, and he apparently is doing some, he missed a whole bunch of days of high school, actually going out and interviewing World War II veterans, which sounds to me like a project to earn respect and credit where I would have loved to have had that opportunity to even serve in that manner, but somehow they're giving it to this whatever. And he literally is calling the vets that look like they're perhaps related to the America that I was to be raised in. He's thanking them for his freedom. He got this opportunity to go interview and tape them all, which I know he earns some kind of societal credit by doing so, lifting himself once again to top of the class. But the veterans that served the country, that want the respect and want the admiration, which I gladly would have done, I don't have access to. And in the time frame that this boy is doing it, because he's a teenager, my sons could have done that if somebody had said that that's what was needed and that was a good avenue and that's what they were looking for, with some kind of bound and expectation. I don't understand why this, and so now in this irony and this, hypocrite, I've got somebody now gaining access to the World War II veterans in some volunteer project kind of a way. But he's earning things in other areas that I don't even have access to in order to like boost my own there's societal like a desire like and purpose and whatever. I mean, it's being repurposed and recycled and given to something else. So I want to know, like, did the veterans have a say? Like, did they go off to war and defend the country and defend whatever it is that they defended in this their storyline that they want to know that they'll be remembered? What did they go off there and put their lives and their families' lives on hold and in danger just so that this type of person could have the freedom to earn their respect and accommodations and things to get further in the world while the next generation of what already served their children are being harmed and held out of opportunity and future to live up to as they had the freedom to do. I'm just curious how that full cycle works because I think it gets stuck somewhere in an argument that doesn't actually work any longer, especially on these lands with the way things have panned out. I mean, we are in a pandemic at the moment, different stage of a broader infectious disease cycle, perhaps, if that's the auger that we're using at Rus Auger.
Husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Paul Pelosi, was arrested this weekend on suspicion of driving under the influence in Napa County. This is just north of San Francisco. His bail was set at $5,000. No other details were immediately available, but a spokesperson for Speaker Pelosi says she will not be commenting on this private matter, which happened while she was in Providence, Rhode Island. Coming up, some controversial ads have been popping up around the city.
Now, I think when I got a phone call about a paper that I have with someone that was written in pen, so it doesn't count because it wasn't in X-ray technology, which would be lead pencil, for some marriage certificate, whatever, and like code words and code ops and things that don't really matter ever. Being that he was less than 6 foot and he was definitely nothing to look up to. I think my exact words when I got a phone call from him on the publicist line was, "Go call your sister. Leave me alone." So we're real clear as to what's going on. Right, and if you look like broccoli spears at times because you want to be respected in how you conduct yourself for greater reasons in integrity and world, whatever, even if you fall on hard times, there is a place where Britney Spears and the look of Britney Spears in a private moment is acceptable, I suppose, in like a sales package, I guess. I mean, like, I don't even know anymore what's acceptable in this meat market. It's really good when somebody to look up to actually brings a overcoat and it's just like I again am do you go broccoli spears, do you go Britney Spears, like which way do you go in I'm stuck, it's dangerous, and I really need help?
Spears has revealed that she was supposed to attend this year's Met Gala. So then why didn't she?
Okay, well, this is what she's saying. The pop star took to Instagram over the weekend with a caption that read, "I was gonna go to the Met Gala, but instead I got in the tub with my dog and put PJs on." Okay, well, you can do that too if you're Britney. She also said, "I hate flying." Spears was in the living room in the video holding her cat. She had also recently posted travel photos from her trips to Las Vegas and Mexico. And Spears was presumably pregnant at the time of the Met Gala, and 2 weeks later posted that she had lost her miracle baby. So wishing, her a quick recovery from that one as well. Well, coming up in our next hour, more surveillance in the...
Now again, that little piece, the DUI piece with Nancy Pelosi, that was at 45.06. I meant to start at the Britney Spears for the Broccoli Spears strange parody thing at 31.20. But now I'm going to this Barclays Center boxing fan thing that actually happened, which is 58.28.
Welcome back. Police are working to figure out what caused a scare at Barclays Center that sent boxing fans running for cover.
Officials say that after Saturday.
The boxing fans, now that's interesting, because if you have a Tesseract, if you know a Grand Sorceress Supreme, if you're one of those really respectable remote viewers that just know the future, and you know where you need to be in the grand concourse and the grand universe of things, and you know there's a very special secular piece of this, not quite sure who they are, how they organize or formulate themselves, but know that you can communicate in a very special way in, oh no, it's surreal. Yeah, no, at some level they are surreal. In so real. Yeah. And you're stuck in this, I don't know how I got here. I don't know who's involved. I know you probably do. It's not rumors in certain ministry. And what to do about it. How to get out of this when you're pinned in so, and the universe is pivotably doing headlines around your remote viewing session. I mean, the CIA spoke about it. I think NASA knows. NASA has it on their thing. In fact, it said on this particular UFO thing that they were working with NSA, all letters that I wouldn't have known otherwise had they not brought me some kind of remote viewer or some program that they were all in the know about or had access to or whatever. Now here it goes back to that veterans piece. It says honoring our heroes, and he's got India over here and America over here. Just so when they say these words like Native American or Native Indian, there's the Indian part of the Indian, or what they are phonetically sounding out as Indian, because I've got India and Indio work going on, which again, I've got two gods that call themselves gods of thunder, and then like there's another Tom who did like Days of Thunder, and like it's confusing and like surreal.
It's a day just to thank them for their service and sacrifice.
It means a great deal to me that you were willing to endure all of that so that I could be here today.
Well, thank you very much, man.
After this story first aired, Rishi raised money to expand his mission to visit vets across the country, learning about their stories and their scars.
But
that's my question. Did they serve the country and the purpose for this person who is now going around thanking them? Or did they serve this country and this purpose and fight for this freedom that they speak of and they want respect for, which I don't want them not to have it, for people like them and their own grandchildren? That's where it gets really confusing in this day and age, the way that they keep telling the story and they keep mixing all of the pieces and then telling everybody that they're wrong or they have a mental disease or they need more medication or they need to be locked up or they need to be taken down or they need to be shut up or they need to whatever else. It's frightening. There on the remote viewing, I had taped something I'd referenced earlier about the UFO piece. They mentioned Neil Armstrong in there, Igno Swan. There was a white dot reference in there. I have my own real field white dot reference, and whatever that means in codex and lexicon for rubrics and Rubicon. And then there's this, but I mean, again, like the government says and has said for a while, and the military part knows, which is where I respect them at certain levels. They've known, and it's been rumored or it's been spread around in gardening, the whatever, about remote viewers and their capabilities and their possibilities and how they know things well outside of perhaps their daily walk of life. So I'm no different in that special talent, I suppose. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.